Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, the place to be if you want to start, run and scale your creative or handmade business. My name is Steph and I am the founder of Handmade Bosses. Now, before we get into the video, please do not forget to subscribe and click that bell icon because guess what? I am bringing you yummy advice and tips and tricks and up-to-date videos every single week on this channel. If you're new here, I'm going to give you like a big virtual hug and welcome you into the Handmade Bosses family. So today we are going to be talking about when you are in a saturated market, how do you get seen on Etsy? I'm going to be telling you how to get seen on Etsy when you are in a saturated market, okay? Leave me a comment below. What do you sell? What kind of niche are you in that you believe that it is a saturated one? Let me know. Now, just before we get into this video, I just wanted to say that I'm probably one of the best people to give you advice on a saturated niche, because I sell jewelry and I am probably in the most saturated market on Etsy and on most platforms, to be honest with you, and I still made it a six-figure full-time business. So I know a thing or two about how to stand out on Etsy when you are in an oversaturated market, okay?
Bosses, we've been having some really great conversations in today's video. However, I'm here to tell you about this. This is called your conversion rate, and I've actually made for you in the description box below a free 90-minute conversion rate masterclass. So I'm just going to quickly explain to you in 1 minute why this is important. Okay. So this is your Etsy shop and these are your customers. So let's say that you get 100 customers into your store and you have a 1% conversion rate. That means you get one sale, and roughly that's going to be about $30 to £30. But what happens when we increase that conversion rate to 2%, 3% and above? This suddenly doubles, triples, quadruples without you having to change anything. Now, getting customers into your store costs time, effort, and money. But what if you didn't have to change this, you didn't have to change your shop, all you had to change was this conversion rate? That is what I'm going to be teaching you in today's masterclass. So whether you're a newbie or a seasoned Etsy shop owner, get yourself down below and register for that masterclass so you can increase this number. Back to the video.
So the very first thing I'm going to say is I want you to find your sub niche and your micro niche. So what I mean by this is that this all comes in layers, okay? So niching is very much layered. Let's say that you say to me, well, I'm in the clothing niche. That is way too broad. Are you in active wear? Are you in like casual wear? Like, clothing is one big umbrella, okay? And then the next umbrella under it is what type of clothing. And then the next umbrella under that, the next layer is like what kind of active wear or whatever. Like, is it yoga active wear? Is it running active wear? So you can see how it's a layered technique, okay? So for me, I don't just say I sell jewelry because that is far too broad. Like, that is not a niche in itself. It's barely a market. It's just far too broad. So instead, I focused on meaningful minimalist jewelry. Those were my 3 layers, okay? And that being said, I also only focus on necklaces. So that's another layer to this, okay? So this is how you get seen on Etsy, because you actually become like the expert on meaningful minimalist necklaces. Do you see what I mean? So it's almost like this layered thing. If you're trying to just beat the system and gain the system by putting as many clothing or as many jewelry listings in your shop as you can, you are going to be spending so much time and almost fighting a bit of a losing battle with this, because there's always going to be someone who has been on the platform longer, who has more listings than you. So instead of trying to compete in that respect, instead like micro and sub niche yourself, find your layer. Give me your answer to it below. know. Like, tell me, what are your best selling products? And could you just fill your shop with different variations of that specific type of product? Could you become the expert and the go-to in your market, in your industry for that particular sub or micro niche? The money truly is in the niche, guys. And I know that you've probably heard everybody talking about niching and you're like, how do I find my niche? I do actually have a load of videos for that subject on my channel, but that is literally the number one thing as to how to get seen on Etsy when you are in a saturated product market. Number 2 is find your unique message and values. Now, this is something that I did, and I really wanted to have that brand value where I was enabling people that perhaps couldn't find the words to express gratitude, thanks, love, and I wanted to incorporate that into jewelry. So I really wanted it to be a shop where people went, where they couldn't find the words or they couldn't bring themselves to say the words, but they wanted to get that kind of thoughts across to that person, if that makes any sense, right? So that was my unique, and that still is my unique message and my unique value. Okay, I'm not in like a high trending market. I'm not doing high fashion jewelry. I'm not doing bright, colorful jewelry. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just focusing again on my micro niche and what my brand message and my values are, because that's the thing, is having helped hundreds and thousands of Etsy shops and well over 350 in the Handmade Bosses Success Academy. One thing that I do find a lot of is there are a lot of business owners that are coming across the same online as everybody else. And that is something that you do not want to do, especially if you are in a saturated market. You don't want to be the same as everybody else. So ask yourself that question. Is your business coming across the same as everybody else? Does everybody else say that they make unique gifts? Does everybody else say that they do this? Does everybody else say that they do that? Now, it's okay to have 1 or 2 shops that are selling a similar thing to you, but when you're literally seeing like thousands of people in the search results that are doing a similar thing to you, it's time to start asking some questions. Now, one thing that does tie into this is, what is your brand? And a brand is not just your colors, it's not just your logos, it's not just your fonts. While all of these things will contribute to having a neat and tidy brand tied up with a nice bow, your brand is exactly that. It's the message that you want to get across to people online. So what is that? What is your unique message? What are your values? Let me know in the comments, because I would love to know. Tip number 3 is following on from this. What is your USP? What is your unique angle? Every single Etsy shop out there should have obviously the first 2 things, which is a sub niche, a micro niche, and your unique message and your unique values as a brand. But also, like, what is your product angle? What is your USP, your unique selling point? What makes you different from everybody else out there from a product point of view, not just a brand point of view? Yeah, a really great example of this is I actually went to a craft fair in my local village this weekend, and I brought some big, I'm not wearing them now, but pretend I am, some big like crescent moon earrings. And I was like, these are so great. I love these. But what made them even more special is that they were made from recycled bottle caps. So literally this person goes around, picks up all the trash, all the bottle caps, she takes them, she melts them down, and she makes unique earrings with them. Now, yes, jewelry, it's a saturated market. Crescent moon earrings, not exactly reinventing the wheel, but her unique angle was literally like she's cleaning up the planet and making beautiful things with them. So that was her USP. So I'm going to ask you guys, what is your unique product angle? What does your product do that no one else's does? How is it made in a way that no one else does? Like, tell me more about how your product is different from everybody else's. So guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up. If you did, do not forget to subscribe to my channel, because every single week I'm uploading videos like this to show you how to scale your handmade business to 5 and 6 figures easily online. But for now, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Bye, everybody.